Welcome back everyone, Zeke Morgan here as we continue our Let's Play series of the Viking story modes in For Honor. Today we're going to be tackling missions 2-3 and 2-4, and of course, if you haven't seen the previous episode in this Viking story, or indeed the Knights campaign, please don't hesitate to check them out on my channel, and of course, if you enjoy this video, please don't hesitate to leave a like, comment, share and subscribe.
There are traditions among our people that
So of course we're going to be meeting a new Viking adversary, a new playable character.
our swords are lethal, simple and ancient design. And a leader who does not lead the charge is no leader at all.
I had such trouble defeating the shielded guys while playing as the knight, so maybe this might help turn the tables a little bit.
And we will not fall.
Why do so many of the characters like grabbing swords by the
We would need
blade?
ships,
That's very dangerous.
and I had been out of action for long enough.
And he synonymizes the Viking way. He's got a bear pelt on his head. He's got a nice shield and a nice stout sword. Got a bit of chainmail then near his buttocks. I don't know why, but never mind. And straight away we're going to be fighting one of the knights. Hopefully this isn't one of the knights of Ashfield that we played as in the first chapter. But this guy does seem to be quite powerful. Jumping straight in with one of his executions. I've got to say, that was brutal. So another lovely detailed map, another lovely detailed arena.
Odin's beard.
Okay.
These Blackstones had done a poor job.
Hopefully that wasn't just an indication to all the other archers to come get us, but if it was, we don't mind. So as we've come down the stairs then, we've got some breakable pots. I don't know why I'm doing singular strikes, that's a bit silly of me. But we have our first of 5 breakables in this. Okay, what are they going to do now? I wonder if I can push them into the water.
I needed to get that gate open.
Nope, that was completely and utterly the wrong side, but never mind. Boop. There we go. He's in the water. So our main objective is to open the gates. Obviously I'm going to try not to die as much as possible. And of course they're going to have a soldier, or 2 soldiers, and one of the pesky... I don't know what to call them, because I say the guys with the health bar are soldiers, but really it's the smaller guys that are called soldiers. I don't know. Any suggestions, please leave them in the comment section below. But of course it is shield versus shield, so this should be quite entertaining. Do the guard break. And he even managed to ignore my heavy attack there. That's quite intriguing. One of the first things that I would recommend when you start a new hero is to look at their moveset, find out sort of their unbreakable attacks, etc. But I'm not one of those that does it, to be honest. I like figuring things out on my own. Even though this is probably going to actually be a bad thing, because this one guy is actually holding my progress quite a lot. And there we go, just as I say that, nice headbutt, and a shield bash. That was quite weird. So now we've got the full block stats. Of course, more info in the moveset with the options button. That's intriguing to find out. I don't actually really know where I'm going. I'm doing this in such a convoluted way. I just want to see what's around everywhere. Ooh, more breakable pots behind me, that's always nice. Which is kind of good to see, so 2 out of 5. And more enemies for us to destroy, which is always good. Now onwards and upwards, men of the Viking lore. Oh, blister. Oh, catapult, really. Blister would be a little bit bigger. So I do like this little edition of it. Don't really see how much of a thing it serves. And clearly we pissed off that knight. Zeke came in swinging, wouldn't even let us get off, didn't even tap us on the shoulder and go, "Excuse me mate, you're using my catapult." And that wasn't very nice, I will admit. Oh. Oh. No, that was an that was an undodgeable attack, and I still flipping around through it, and I don't even know. Since going on that catapult, I've been sort of stupid. There we go. And dodged. No, I said dodge. No. There we go. So got the revenge mode. So obviously always try to activate your revenge mode as the enemy goes to attack you, or just as his sword is about to hit you, because then you can get a very nice knockdown on him. Me there, my casual swinging to that enemy just below me, I was trying to get another sort of drop down assassination, a drop down attack. Of course you can see there just at the head of the ship we've got our first observable, that's on a 5. And turn around just behind us by the gate is Mr. Breakable, so that's number 3 of 5. It's absolutely wonderful. Just gonna go ahead and open the gate. Oh, I thought that was an enemy then, I will admit. It seems like our guys are finally joining the fray, and now we've got to man the ballista. So it actually was a ballista. I thought it was just going to be classed as a catapult. There was some dodgy aiming by me, but I still managed to take down the enemy, so that was quite good. And now we've got 1 minute odd to defeat and kill the people with the icons above the head. I think if you can get off the ballista, I think you could, but it'd make it a little bit harder. You should be going around all this area trying to kill these people. And we are halfway through our targets. So this is probably the easiest thing I've ever done. Just sat on a ballista that automatically reloads and just firing off ballista bolts. Shing shing boop. And we've got 2 more. I know they're down the left hand side, but just wanted to take care of a couple of more soldiers while I was up there. And that is the objective complete. Hold on. He seems a bit angry.
Odin's beard.
Okay, so that was an easy way to do that. Of course, if they are near the water, you can get the second observable there. That completely walked past the first time I came into this area. But if they are in the, sort of on the bridge or near the water, feel free to chuck them in. It's not the best way to destroy them, and definitely a little bit more of a coward's way. I found that out while playing online, and thought I'd try it in the story. Likewise, when enemies run out of stamina, go do a throw, and they'll fall to the ground, allowing you to get a cheeky attack in as well.
Had quite a haul.
So these look like samurai crates. So, what's going to be in them?
Where did these come from? Samurai ships, washing up all summer
Samurai
long,
hats.
full of this junk.
That looks just like the one I use online.
The samurai! They're weak. We outnumber them 10 to 1. And they've had a good year!
I'm not entirely too sure what that's meant to be.
We're gonna need a fleet.
But whatever it was, he's just made a rousing speech, and now we're all geared up for the next fight. Of course, that indicates, the Ubisoft Club in the top right hand corner indicates that we have completed mission 2-3, so we got 2 observables and 3 breakables. Not the best, but definitely not the worst. So we will be moving very shortly on to the next episode, 2-4, and of course, as I said at the beginning, if you enjoyed this video, please don't hesitate to leave a like, comment, share and subscribe to stay up to date with all my content.
The Vikings turned their attention on their neighbors across the sea. The samurai lands were guarded by an ancient sea fort, one that the Vikings believed to be poorly defended.
And 2-4s up the beach 8 years ago then.
Apollyon's war
So we're going to jump
had
straight
taken
into that.
us to the edge of extinction. But that raid reminded us of who we are. We began with a
Nice,
fortress
lovely
on
stormy
the
sea. That's not ominous at all.
But they knew we were coming.
And can someone say the word ambush? Take cover! Quicker. That was a very good shot. Some over-dramatic slow-mo there. And, oh, you just took an arrow. So our drummers are going to get our rowers to row faster, get us out of this terrible, terrible ambush spot. Oh, and the samurai are clever. Very clever samurai. Unfortunately, we managed to sneak past their beach defences, and we've landed. For honor! No, sorry, that's the name of the game. Get to the castle!
The gates of that fortress had worked for a century.
So it's given us a new Viking
All we had
hero
do
to
was get rid of them.
play as. Of course, while we're going our way up this beach, we're going to have to be careful and not stay in these red circles so much. The ones that I have a habit of now just finding. Of course, that is going to have some splash damage and damage our character. And we are going to fight the samurai now, so that's absolutely intriguing. I actually quite like the samurai faction, playing them, or playing as them while online. This berserk character seems quite intent of heavy attacks. We've managed to get our first execution with this guy straight away. I'll say that's not very nice. Of course, our main story and character feat on the left hand side is to regain health. That is the first health that you get, so it will replenish a small amount of health ever so often once activated. It's quite a long cooldown time, so I'm only going to use it when my health dips down some more. I've got to reach the bottom of the wall and clear it out, which is what I love doing. So it does seem like even in the NPCs and everything, they're going to have shields, they're going to have different attack patterns, and different ways of trying to cause me various bodily injuries, so that's always fantastic to see. Luckily, as we're playing this on normal, they're not too difficult. I'd definitely like to have a go at this stage while playing on realistic, and maybe I might even do a video about that. Of course, utilising some of the moves in my character's moveset then to knock him against the side and pretty much knee his face. Of course, getting the execution then to regain some health and some stamina. We need to call the rope launchers. So it seems like we're not as dumb as we would expect. It's like you had one job. Boop. That's quite good. Of course, me leading the charge. So we can go X and left and right to dodge, as you can see there, instead of taking that full on in the face. Oh, mind the arrows. I don't see why the samurai aren't just trying to cut the rope as I climbed up. I suppose that would be a bit silly. And that would so not knock me off. Because the way he was hitting that then, he would actually put the stake further into the area. You'd have to pull it off. But again, you could have just cut the rope. That would have been that would have made much more sense. God, I can't speak today, so I do apologise. And now our new objective is to open the fortress gate. We've got one of the samurai warriors here causing havoc as they often do, and I always like it how the samurai are just so, in a way, elegant. The knights are sort of regimental, the Vikings are more brutal and more ferocious, while the samurai are very sort of, in a way, calm, cool and collected, no wasted strikes, and look elegant in their attack patterns. Who can look at the samurais attacking and say they don't look somewhat good? This one's just beating me up. Boop. Nice execution nonetheless. Unfortunately, there goes another samurai. Oh, and I see there were some spikes on the shields there, so make sure that you don't sort of put yourself too close to the shields, otherwise they will, even the enemies and the AI will try and push you into these. They will try and push you off ledges and try and make it as easy fight as they can. Also a little bit worried about some of the time with some enemies, they do happen to spam like area of attack effects, like normal humans would do, sort of online. That's happened, but it is quite nice that they're not sort of mindless, monotonous drones that just do one attack. They will try and break your guard and throw you off, and it seems quite nice, and I think I went a little bit too far then. Yes, I did. So I'm going to come down this area now and open the fortress gate. Can I get an attack on him? Oh, and he just moved! What are the chances? That is absolutely staggering. Just as I went to do the drop-down assassination, he must have just heard me yell as I was coming down and just went, nope, I'm going up this ladder. Which was kind of funny, but kind of annoying as well. So these lovely cutscenes are very vivid and detailed. Clearly my guys have never sort of bowed down to the Romans' testudo, which I think is the tortoise. They put the shields up and block from attacks from above as well as the sides. That would have probably saved quite a few people's lives. And now we have to reach the Viking troops, but this guy is being annoying. I don't really want to fight him, so off the cliff he can go. I feel kind of bad on doing that. It's not me. I don't like chucking people off edges for an easy kill. I'm more of a slog it out and try and fight. You know, this is a hack and slash, it is a fighter game, so it makes me want to do stuff. Of course, keeping up my tradition of, like, in a way, bond rolling. I think that's the colloquial term for it now. Guard break, heavy attack, and a heavy attack leads to an execution. It's got 125 points of that, plus a 5 point for the execution, so it's a good way to get up the character stats. And of course, the further you take up your rank in the story, you unlock more feats that you can unlock. For example, defense, you've got attack, you've got the banners that heal your characters, obviously you've got the health that I've got. You've got rage, arrow storms, pretty much plenty of additional extras that you can do and utilize to make your gaming experience sort of unique to you. What I would like to have seen in a way is the ability to decide which character you take into the mission, that having an effect on it. But I suppose that's just me getting a bit over-adventurous. Of course, they want to use this story to factor in sort of training for the multiplayer. Once you actually go to use the multiplayer, you have a excuse me, a fight with an AI. Once you defeat them, then your class is ready. So there is actually nothing forcing you to do the story. And obviously unlock all these feats which aren't transferable online, unfortunately. But I think it would be quite nice to allow you to utilize the different factions. And of course, with the Knights we did go through their 4 main classes, and with the Vikings we are making our way slowly through them as well. We've had the main Viking, we've had this Berserker, we've had the Twin Axe, sort of stealth one, counter-attacker, I can't remember their name unfortunately. It's escaping me at the minute. But that's not a problem. So our main thing is actually pushing back the samurai forces, so we just have to quickly clear this bridge as quickly as possible. Which isn't too difficult. Probably as I said that now, it's probably going to get more difficult. And secure the fortress. So we've pushed them back down. We've got to go secure the samurai fortress, get our first observable of the map. Clearly I haven't been keeping an eye out for them. I would say this guy looks like a badass, but those are just normal soldiers. I could do that. Shaking the blood off his blade, so make sure it doesn't rust. And he turned his back on me! That is terrible. I also like the Japanese buildings as well. Ooh, that is definitely a challenge. Come on then, samurai. Fujiyaku. Fujikyo. Fujikyo. I'm not too sure. I didn't quite get the the pronunciation there, so I do apologise for that. Of course, I have activated my right-hand skill there, so I believe that's upped all my stats, my attack, defense, and stamina. It didn't really last that long, so I'm guessing that was more like a 15-second one. And gotta be careful with the samurai's 3-hit combo. Their main focus is top-down finishers. So if they attack 3 times from the top, they will do like an unblockable attack. Of course, he's activated Revenge, so this makes him a little bit more difficult while it's still going. And luckily I had my health regen there, otherwise he would have easily taken me down. Come on, stop attacking me! There we go, and you're dead. 200 points, and I think I had to finish you off with the finisher there. So he's dead.
That day,
Also the cherry blossoms, gotta love that.
Viking fury can do. The Great Raid, they would call it. And it had begun.
So that is the end of this second mission, or really the 4th mission, because we've done a video beforehand of the Viking story. We now are level 14 of the story mode out of 30. That's absolutely fantastic. So I will be leaving this video here. Hopefully you've enjoyed this walkthrough of the 3rd and 4th mission of the Viking story. If you did, please don't hesitate to leave a like, comment, share and subscribe, and don't forget to hit that bell icon to receive notifications when I put up a new video. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, have a lovely day and stay tuned for the last episodes of the Viking stories.
To reach the great city of the Emperor, the Vikings now faced the mire. Here, brute force would not suffice. Skill and knowledge would be needed to cross safely. The Warborn Valkyrie, Runa, was sent to find a way through.